For me, I think she's weeping more than the bereaved. I think she's being more British than the British. I feel she's overdoing it. And for Oyibos, we all know, once you put yourself out there, they're also looking at you and saying, if you can throw your home country under the bus, no matter how bad and terrible your country is. Now, there you from, come, my sister. So if you can do that so easily, they're looking at you and wondering how to use you more.
Valid.
Yeah, how to use you more for their benefit. And then when you're done with, my sister, you're not going to die there. You will still come up for there. When your tenure is done and you now look at it, and the internet never forgets. Just pray. I just hope that Kemi prays and is ready for. Listen, that one day these things don't come back to haunt her, because Nigerians don't forget the internet.
No, I don't think they'll come back to haunt her, and I really don't think Kemi Badenoch is going to have a come to Jesus moment. Because she's being platformed, she's been rewarded for the rhetoric, for the anti-immigrant, anti-African. But because it's not only Nigeria, she takes pop shots at anti-African rhetoric. She's been rewarded for it. So I spoke to a few journalists in the UK, a few black journalists in the UK about this situation, and a lot of them, the consensus is, one, she hates herself. If Kemi could literally divorce herself from her Nigerian heritage, remove the Nigerian blood in her veins, she probably would. And somebody else said that she's a white supremacist in black face, that she's cosplaying. So, and what she also doesn't understand, a lot of people, I think one of you said it, is that they're putting her there for a purpose. Of course. They're using her for a time. And it's not to say immigrants or people or first generation people who are the children of immigrants who then become the born in country people can't want to disassociate, but your own is too much. Why is it always us? Somehow, either Nigeria enters your mouth or somehow you're talking about us in a literal or figurative way.
It's like someone who can let go of their toxic.
It sounded like it's toxic ex. It's been a relationship. Yeah. You said we've done nothing for you your whole life.
It's okay.
That destroys. It's okay. Stop talking about us. And I think I will agree with Blessing on this. I sincerely hope that the government does not respond.
Honestly,
you do not need to respond to her. It's also a diplomatic issue. She is the leader of the UK Conservative Party. There's a lot of diplomacy that needs to be involved in that kind of position. But let's not also forget, I'll say this again, we've seen a lot of nationalistic tendencies coming about in the European Union, in America. Countries are becoming to look more internally. They're saying that if you're an immigrant or you're coming to this country, you need to assimilate to our culture. We cannot continue to give you ground for you to always do your own culture when you come to us. If it was that simple, you should have stayed where you are. So she's a product of the time. She's being rewarded for her rhetoric, and for them she's a necessary piece of their puzzle.
Do you get? Because it's just
remember pieces, period pieces. Yeah. There's always someone who's like the snitch.
Who plays the snitch, and of course,
it just as Tony was explaining that it just came to me.
This thing Tony said, it's so. I would point a story. I would send you a story. Something about Denmark. When she talked about them wanting you to take their culture and they're not taking their culture, there's an Inuit woman that they said they've been taking her children off her. She had just had another baby, and the system has a right to take the child because they believe she cannot acclimatize the child to Denmark Danish culture. To Danish culture. There's so many things that people I laugh when I see people of black heritage do. Whether we like it or not, that racist thing, even though it has been played down over the years, but
you are still black. That's how they see you.
I still see it in some places I have gone in the world, that there's that silent supremacy of the white. And at the end of the day, when they use you to go against your people, every human being needs a community, whether you like it or not.
No, I don't think
she is a black British. Imagine if her parents that said Nigeria impoverished them did not even have enough to be able to give birth to her.
Honestly, right? I don't.
So what would
let's not say karma will catch up, because it may never.
No, I don't even think karma will.
The thing is, most times I do understand. I mean, I believe what Lolo is saying, because sometimes when I hear Kemi Badenoch, honestly, what comes to my mind is a white movie where they just cast a black person just for inclusivity, and then the black person is the first to die in season 2.
We don't even make it season 2.
Do you care? So you are the last person running, but no matter how smart you are, it's like you're wondering, black people are the smartest. Why are you dying first? So at the end of the day, it's you are a pawn in the whole play.